Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. On Reyes, the town of Rockville worked on expanding their economy. Ortega reported back to the HPI to report on their latest mission, but her pet imp insisted they never completed it. Somehow she lied her way through the meeting with her boss, and then met with Pleek, and left Nevercrooks to find Cersei and the others. The two were stopped by one of the guard towers on East Linya, and Pleek was made to look like a prisoner. They were diverted to White Castle, but saw some familiar faces on the road ahead. Eva completed his internship and signed an HBI contract, got his hiring bonus, and waited for his next job. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
What's going on in the cube?
Alright, you check out your cubicle. It's pretty small, it's not very big. It's a very tight workspace. But there is a pull-down bed in there. It's a very cramped space, so if you pull down the bed, there's not much room for anything else. You have to put the bed away if you're working.
Basically like a Murphy bed?
Yeah, it's a Murphy bed. It's a very small office. It's not a room for a whole lot, but there's a desk, a bed that pulls out. On the desk is a small crystal ball for scrying that's linked to the HBI system, so you can gather information from that. Not a whole lot else. Pretty bare bones, but you can decorate it on your own. It's your place.
Cool. Well, I'll put my old greatsword up in the cube.
All right, you can hang it on the wall if you want. You can mount it.
Yeah, I'll bounce it up.
We can assume there's at least some sort of bracket up there. Okay, so you have your greatsword on your wall, your old greatsword. Old Greatswordy, as his name was. Alright, you just sit in your office and wait?
I'll wait for my first mission.
Alright. After an hour or so, a flaming note appears on your desk. Cools off so you can pick it up.
Guess I'll, give it a read.
Alright. You give it a read. It has your name, Viva. It has instructions for your first mission. Your first mission, there's a town called Hugenston, on East Linya. They've sent agents there before. None of them have returned or been able to complete this mission. But they need someone from the HBI to get inside and smash their great clock tower.
Great clock tower.
Yeah. The note says if you need any help, you can contact Ortega at any time from the HBI.
Alright, I'm gonna look in my scrying crystal ball.
Uh-huh.
See if it can give me a sense of direction of which way I need to travel to get to these.
Alright, you can just ask it. It works kind of like a personal computer. You can say, which way is Hugenston? It'll show.
Alright, well,
Which way is Hugenston? And it says, yeah, Hugenston is, and it pulls up a map inside the cube pretty much and says, it points to the direction east and shows you the route to Hugenston. It's on the south end of East Linya. If you pull up a map, I can show it to you.
You want to see the map?
Yep, it's at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's the one that has an H on it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get Black Magic, get that guy sheeted up, and roll on down the road to Hughes.
Alright, so you leave Hellport. You head northeast around the city of Foe. When you leave Hellport, you see a cabal gathered in a small group of trees, like there's a circle of trees that's outside of Nevercrooks. There's pretty much always a cabal there with a fire, chanting. You pass a small city known as Foe, and then you reach the mountains, the hills. I need to roll percentage chance to see how it goes. It's a really snowy, cold day. You reach the hills, the low part of the hills. Roll me a perception check.
It's gonna be 20.
Alright, so...
That's gonna be 26.
Alright, so you do see evidence of some hobgoblin tracks in this area.
Hobgoblins, huh?
Correct.
Let's, see, I don't have track, but I do have survival, so I guess I'll do a survival.
Yeah, survival is track. So roll survival.
Oh, that's only gonna be an 8. You don't want to follow them.
Yeah, it's pretty snowy, and you don't think you could follow them for very far, but you definitely know that there's at least a couple of hobgoblin in this area. You know to be careful.
Alright, so I'll keep my weapon out.
Alright, you're ready. Ready in action to attack if anything happens.
Yeah.
And you continue wandering into the mountains. I will roll another percentage chance, see if anything does happen. Oh, it does. As soon as you pass the hills and start getting near the foot of the actual mountains, you're set upon by a group of 2 hobgoblins. A surprise ambush party of 2 hobgoblins leap from on top of the mountain and try to tackle you, so I need you to roll a reflex save.
You have that action ready though, right?
Yep. Just roll a reflex save.
Oh, that's only gonna be a 5.
Alright, so they are able to leap on top of you, but you get an attack when they leap because you have your sword ready. So you can go ahead and swing on them one time.
Alright. 4 plus enemy and that's gonna be 8.
No, that is gonna miss. Let's pull up Hobgoblin. Yeah, it's gonna be a miss, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's a miss. Alright, so it goes to attack you. Stop here. That's a 13 versus your AC.
15.
So that's a miss. And the second one will attack you. That's a miss also.
Alright. So I guess I will get enraged, seeing as I just got ambushed.
Rage.
Got a plus 2 to my strength, and actually no, it's a plus 4 to my strength, and a plus 2 to will.
Well, so you get a plus 4 to your strength and you're enraged. So you get a plus.
So it becomes a plus 8.
Yeah, plus 8 to your attacks.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll attack it first, and I'm going to try to attack it first.
Alright.
Damn. So that's.
Got another 20.
Yes, that's 14.
It's a miss.
Damn.
2 swing on you again. That's a miss. And a miss.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, they got it.
Alright.
There we go.
That's a 21, so that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yep, so that's 2d6.
Yep.
Plus
Plus 8.
2, 4, that's 12 damage.
12 damage total.
Yep.
Alright. I get 2 attacks. That's going to be a 17 versus your AC.
Yeah.
And a 17 versus your AC. So those 2 hit. That's 7 plus 9. So it's 16 damage to you there, Viva.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, he's still level 1.
Alright. And the hobgoblins knock you unconscious and drag you back to their camp.
Awesome.
And then we'll leave you there. The rest of the group, Cersei, Alec, Pleek, and Vortiga/Ramses are all on the road just outside of White Castle. You guys have all just met up. Pleek is still pretending to be bound. So it looks like Pleek is tied up, although it's very obvious when you guys get close, roll perception checks.
Actually, we weren't walking, we were waiting.
Oh, you're waiting, that's right. Well, you guys have whenever they approach you, just roll me a perception check whenever they come close on your hyenas.
Rolled perception and told me what he saw, and I was like, I think I know these.
Yeah, you do. Well, as they get closer, roll a perception check to see Pleek and if you think Pleek's actually tied or not.
I got a 16 for me and
15 for me.
15 for Caesar.
All right, so yeah, it appears whenever you guys, whenever Pleek and Vortiga approach, Vortiga seems to have Pleek bound. So it looks like Pleek is being held, like arrested or held as a prisoner. At least that's the way it appears to you guys as they approach.
Well, they're walking up to us. I'm gonna let them take the first.
All right, you guys approach Cersei and Alec. I don't think many of you have met Alec.
I don't know these guys, yeah. Done enough. That Alec, yeah.
I don't know.
But-
Alec.
But you guys would recognize Cersei, I'm sure.
I'm gonna whisper to
Yeah.
Alec and be like, I know this Vortiga chick. We've met briefly, and I know this Pleek chick as well. She kind of screwed me over multiple times.
You have a history. So you inform Alec that this. I know that bitch.
And I have my action ready as well.
All right, and you're right. Action ready is what?
Hex misfortune.
All right, you have that ready, and you're readying that to happen when what happens. It's if-then statement. So if what happens, you will cast that.
If I see Pleek make any sort of weird move.
All right, any sudden moves from Pleek, you
It
gotta.
doesn't look like she's bound.
All right,
She could be misfortune.
you've got a hex ready just in case Pleek tries to pull anything. Vortiga and Pleek, you approach Cersei and Alec.
Okay, well, I'll do a perception check if I can see that I can recognize at least Cersei.
Yep,
I would
go for it. You're Ramses right now, so
Yeah.
17,
that's only gonna be a 9.
are
I am on top of the dire.
All right, so you rolled a 9, but Pleek rolled a high enough number, so Vortiga doesn't. When you guys are close enough now that you know it's Cersei, you obviously neither one of you recognize Alec. Pleek automatically recognizes Cersei and is like, "Oh shit, that's Cersei. I hope everything's cool between us." But yeah, you guys are now within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be like, Vortiga. Seems that you have caught Pleek. You know that I've been on the lookout for this bitch for a while. What have you been up to? What's going on here? Why does she seem to be bound?
Well, we're just trying to get to, well, I personally have been trying to find you, you know.
And are you... Okay, metagaming, are you going to tell me that you're Ramses, or are you going to play up
I have to
Portiga?
play as Portiga,
Okay.
Because Pleek's right there. Pleek can't know.
Well, not just that, but Neville's there.
And Neville's there. Neville's been spying on you.
Going back to the HPI, so I have to...
You have to keep up the illusion. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm talking to Portiga. I have
As far
no
as you
idea
know.
about
Yep.
besides the ghost that I made walk down the corridor so I can get away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I am here, I personally have been trying to find you and reunite with you guys ever since we, got separated in Southport, you know, and, find out what happened with everything. You know, last I saw y'all was myself dropping, you know, the codex down the trap door, and then, you know, I had to take blame for everything because, you know, Oregon decided to shoot someone's head and fucking get the cops called. By the way, also know where Morgan is too.
Tell me about Morgan. What happened with her? Fill me in. Okay, she's dead. I was like, I found her skeleton. Hey, I would have called like this morning.
Yeah.
That looks familiar.
I have no idea how her death transpired, but I do have her mechanical prototype body with our old friend Osk back in, I believe, Austin,
Southport. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're checking out the codex.
So they're both still in Southport currently, looking for the original codex that I dropped off to y'all. So we just came looking for you so we can get the whole group back together.
And by we, you mean we as well? Like, where does she come in here? What do you mean? Yeah,
I've met Pleek again, and Pleek's been along with me for the ride. You know, I just like to travel with fellow companions, and I remember Pleek from an encounter before.
It is nice to know people. I get that. Well, I like to know someone new. This is Alec Holland.
Hi, Alex.
And
Poor
Orion.
Alec.
Caesar.
Yeah, and his pet
Yeah.
monkey Caesar.
Rockman.
I'm gonna address Pleek and ask, what the fuck, Pleek? Just as I asked you last time before you flipped into the Shadow Realm and ghosted on my ass.
What do you mean, what the fuck? I'm just trying to do my job.
Your job? What's your job?
Whatever my uncle asks. I'm not some great chess grand master,
Who's your uncle?
Cersei. I'm a soldier. I follow orders. My uncle says implicate you, I implicate you. My uncle says find you, I'm here, finding you. My uncle says you're important, I guess that means you're important.
Who's your uncle?
You know my uncle.
I've
You've
never
met him
your uncle.
before.
Nope, never have.
Yes, you have.
I don't think so.
You remember the night we met? You came to my aunt's house and murdered her.
Well, you helped, and I don't know that, but you implicated me in that. I don't know that yet. But I know that.
Yes, well, that ghostly fellow we met that evening is my uncle.
Oh, you mean the one that we got sent to the other side?
Yes.
We let him pass on?
Yes.
That doesn't sound right. Why is your uncle, who has passed on to another realm, telling you to find me when I know he's not there anymore?
My uncle works in mysterious ways.
You're full of shit. All
You
right.
can roll a sense motive if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that sense motive. What's the modifier on that? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only an 11.
Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, it's kind of vague and mysterious, and he says he's following orders, and Pleek seems pretty adamant about the idea that she is following orders and is doing what she's told. But she did tell you you're important, so...
I do like to... I feel important.
You do feel flattered. Like, yeah, I am important.
A little bit, but I'm still pretty pissed.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit up real tall on my zombie dire hyena, and I am going to tell Vortiga to stand down, and I'm gonna hex Misfortune, please.
Okay, well, just as you know, player movement, I'm going to do sense motive, of course.
All right.
Do that for character's sake. That's a 2. But
Yeah.
You don't see shit.
You don't know what Cersei's doing. Cersei starts mumbling something.
Oh, no, actually, I don't mumble. I took a new...
You took silent spell?
I took silence.
Oh, well, then all you do is wiggle your fingers, which is even better. So no one noticed. That's no one noticed anything. So you just start wiggling your fingers. Does Pleat get a save on that? Is there a will save or something for Hex?
I don't think there is a save on the Hex Misfortune. I'm not 100% on that.
I can look real quick to be sure, but...
Ortega would stand out because I don't know what the fuck's happening between these two, and this seems like a personal matter. This has no business context, and Ramses is sitting
A will
back
save.
laughing at this.
A will save negates Hex Misfortune.
Yeah, but the will save has got to be a 21.
Okay, so roll it there, Pleat. See if you beat a 21.
Oh no, I have to roll a 10 because I got unlucky. I rolled a 10. 14. All right, I'm good.
Yeah,
I negate.
Yeah, Pleak is able to negate your Hex.
25.
Yeah. Alright, well.
But
Look, I
roll me a Knowledge Arcana.
Yeah, see if you felt
Even
it.
though if you would notice something happened.
That's a 21.
All right, you sense that someone just tried to cast a spell on you.
I will try a more diplomatic approach than I usually do, and I will
Alright.
say to Cersei, I know we've had our differences in the past, but trust me when I say my uncle is a great man, and he has a plan for us all, and you're an integral part of that plan.
A great man who's a ghost and dead and passed on to another realm, you're not making any goddamn sense.
I'm gonna
How many friends do you have who have died and come back, sir? Or madam?
Because Ortega's troubled by this.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I have no fucking idea who this uncle is.
Yeah.
And what this grand plan is. HBI, Jerry Dice never did this.
You did not.
I'm just picking fleas off Caesar.
And that's a 16.
Yeah, you sense that Pleak is very earnest about the things that she is saying. She believes these things to be true.
Okay. I know Fleet's already evil because of the alignment.
Yeah, you've detected it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Ramsey stores that knowledge away from Blake.
But what I do know is Cersei is gonna say, alright here, Pleak, you fucked me over twice. So what I'm gonna need from you, I have no reason to trust you. I have absolutely no reason at all. I've got this little ring that I tried to get you to wear the first time we met. If you put this ring on, we'll call it square. Otherwise, you can go fuck right off.
What this ring is that I have to tell the truth ring at all
Ring of
times?
truth, yeah.
You
Alright.
don't know that.
You don't,
You don't know that, but yeah.
Right. But yeah, metagaming, yeah. Alright, I'll put on the ring.
All right, you accept the ring.
I put on the
Can
ring.
we go to White Castle now?
Yeah, I'm ready for some White Castle. And,
Hey,
alright,
ready
so,
for some White
Pleak,
Castle.
Pleak, we're good.
All right. Kid
Alright.
puts on the ring. It's a ring of
You're
truth.
not able to take the ring off. But
Yeah, it's a curse ring. You can't take it off without remove curse. So you don't know that it's cursed, so you can't pull it until it's revealed to you. But what happens is you cannot lie. You can skirt the truth, but to skirt the truth, you have to roll a will save. And then you can dodge the truth, but you can't lie outright.
you do like
You can never
half
lie.
truth.
Yeah, you can do a half truth with a will save, but you can never lie as long as you're wearing the ring.
Pretty much, but now, like, I can ask him questions about his uncle, and I can get a little more information.
Yeah, and
about
you'll know that Fleek isn't
I
lying.
believe this whole ghost shit.
All right, so on the road, you guys are pretty close to White Castle. Do you want to ask like 5 questions of Pleak with his truth ring on before you get to White Castle?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, you get 5.
Alright, so clearly you work for your uncle. Who is your uncle? And don't tell me it's a fucking ghost.
Well, at one point he was a ghost. But
I'm out of the loop.
when you met him, he was a ghost. The purpose in killing my aunt was to free him from his ghostly form so he could reincarnate into a new body and become corporal
Okay,
again.
so why did you fuck me over in South Point?
I do as my uncle asks.
Your uncle, your ghost uncle who I helped out, did him a fucking solid. And then he tells you to steal my orb and then implicate me in the thievery that I didn't even get to commit.
I am not privy to all the aspects of my uncle's grand plan, but I assume that it was an attempt to push you in a certain direction.
I can work with that. That sounds okay. That's reasonable. Do you have a
No, I don't fuck my spider.
That's a lady spider. Maybe you got some scissors. She's got so many legs. She's got so many legs.
It's a real complicated scissor. Sure. Real complicated.
Shit. All right. Well, I could just ask Bortiga, why are you guys heading towards White Castle? That's not one of your questions, please. So you just chill out.
We're heading, like I said, we were heading originally to Quintone, or Catone, and we got stopped by the tower as we exited from the mine to the south, and we could not pass through fully because they didn't really believe my story of Pleak being a prisoner going to Catone, as it wasn't a prison colony. So, I had to stretch the truth a little bit, and they redirected us coming towards White Castle.
Yeah, same here, pretty much. Okay, yeah. All right, well, let's see. To Pleak, we'll address my fourth question, because I'm going to count the spider fucking thing. That's canon.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
real
canon.
question.
Yeah. So, you say I'm important, and you're looking for me. Who sent you?
My uncle. What do you mean? We've been over this. My uncle sent me.
That's not the answer.
I came here to find you. I didn't come here to come to White Castle. I came to find you. Because my uncle said, find Cersei. I'm
What?
here.
What do you want with me? Good question.
That remains to be seen at
You're
this
a
time.
bullshitting liar. You better roll goddamn Wilson.
He's not.
I'm
Actually.
not lying.
His uncle has not told him why. His uncle just said, go find Cersei and stay near to her, basically.
But that
Not His uncle reveals very little to Pleak.
But that remains to be seen, Brian. It's the sketchiest fucking answer anyone could give, and Cersei's been around the block. Like,
So
she's a
Cersei will know something's up with it, but you know that Pleak can't lie, so he's either skirting the truth with this, and very well, or he's telling the truth and just doesn't know.
That's your ring now, by the way. You can keep that.
Yeah, it's in your inventory. It's part of what you own now. Ring of Truth.
That thing was a bane to my existence for a little while. Alright, well, White Castle. Yeah, Alec here is just, he's hurting to go to White Castle.
Let's go.
Let's go to White
Yeah,
Castle,
thank you.
then.
I like your stones. They're pretty cool.
Thank you. I polished them pretty recently. Alright, well, I'm gonna pop on my false face mask, so I look like a blonde, blue, green-eyed, big-titted lady.
Normal human.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna head to White Castle. Yeah, can't be human, guys. Definitely. Yeah.
Alright, you playing your Cape Human guys, you guys all approach White Castle. Now we can talk about White Castles, it's fun. I've been waiting for
No
that.
one's been there yet, have they?
No one's been there.
Hell yeah.
That's the whole reason I had to prep for 20 minutes before we started today, because it's a lot. And I wanted to make sure. Alright, so
I'll get off
Pleak
camera
can't
for
look
this.
now, yeah, so sorry. Stay nearby so the mic will still pick you up, because my mic's weird. Alright, so you guys have reached White Castle. Aptly named, it's the walls are all painted white. You seem to sense a faint aura of goodness all around the castle. So for you, those of you that'll evil, it'll be kind of unsettling or weird. It gives you a weird feeling in the pit of your stomach if you're evil. If you're good, it feels great. It feels nice here. But the walls are all painted white. They put up even a faint light around them. Not bright like the city of Southport, but just a very dim glow. All around them, even though it's daylight for you guys now, you still sense a faint glow around it. As you guys get closer, you see very large statues in front of the front entrance of White Castle. There's a female dwarf holding 2 lances next to a lamb, a giant stone lamb. And on the other side of the door is a large male dwarf holding a warhammer next to a lion. Oh, and they're both nude, like fully nude dwarves, just holding weapons.
Some dwarf dong.
Yeah, you're seeing like a giant stone dwarf dong and a giant stone dwarf vagina right by next to the front entrance.
That's where the door is.
Yeah, the door's in between the two of them. Not in the vagina, Joey.
That's not the
I know.
I was gonna say you gotta ring his dog.
Yeah.
Knock on it.
Roll me. That was easy to see, so no one missed those fucking statues of the white wall. But roll me a perception check to see what else you guys see.
You said that the female was holding two what?
Lances.
Two lances. And what about the male?
He's holding a big stone warhammer.
16. I got a 16 on percent.
30.
Out of 5.
All right, so Pleek supersedes all this stuff. You guys see. So I'll tell you what Pleek sees first, then we'll work down from there. Okay, Pleek, you see a very long maze-like line in front of the front entrance. You see small floating magic eyes hovering around the walls of the castle. You see several guards in white robes, look like monks in white robes, not carrying weapons or anything, but definitely look like they could fight. Big, strong guys in white robes, kind of all throughout the line, watching people, keeping an eye on things. None of them seem to be armed, but they seem to be able to handle themselves.
They're monks.
Yeah.
They can beat your ass.
And you see that the line heads towards what looks like a customs type of kiosk, like an entrance. To enter the castle, you have to go through this line, basically.
Alright, is there a stable outside?
There is a place you can check your animals.
Yes, I would like to.
One of the monks offers to assist you and actually takes your animal and...
I have 2.
Okay, yeah, they take whatever animals would you like boarded while you're in town. You cannot take your animals into town, so before you got the front gate, they would have done that anyway. But since you approached one, they will gladly assist you, and they lead your animals away, and they seem to vanish.
I'll have to dismount Harriet.
You have to dismount Harriet, yeah. Harriet's not allowed in.
Hey,
I don't know if I want to go inside if I forget off Harriet.
What's that?
Are Oreads allowed in the city?
Oreads are allowed. Well, you don't know. You could ask.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
All right, roll me a diplomacy check.
Alright. So 11.
Yes, Oreads are allowed in the city, is what the guard says. Nothing more than that. He tosses you a coin and says, "Hold this. It's marked for your animal, for the stable. So anyone that is leaving an animal behind, take one of these animal coins. It's a small copper coin with a number on it. It's like a coat check system for your animal."
Cool. Can I pop around? Sorry, go ahead.
I have the companion thing, Ramses. Do I get to get a new animal now that he's a spirit? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do that next game. We'll talk about this after, since we're going to be in the city. I don't need a companion right now. But we'll figure that out.
All right.
Can I walk around a corner with Caesar and pop the cloak of human guys on him?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just gonna walk around as Oriad. He'll just look like a really dumb human. Like,
All right. So you he's naked too, except for the cloak, unless you have some other clothes you can wear.
Yeah. No, he's just hanging dong.
That's fine. I mean, they have 2 giant naked statues outside the city.
Yeah.
And like I said, these monks seem to only be wearing plain white robes and nothing else. If the sun shines just the right way, you can see right through their robes.
I want to know what we're doing here. If I have to dismount Harriet, like I don't know what's going on. I'm just hanging out because my uncle says to follow Cersei. So I answered your questions. You need to answer mine. Why are we going to White Castle? What is our purpose here?
Shut the damn fuck up, that's what.
Roll intimidation check if you're gonna say that.
I go. We're trying to get entrance to Catone because we're doing a tour.
I'm on a pilgrimage of East Linia, Pleek, to, I was told by my deity, Urgathoa, to make the rounds, spread the good word of undeath and gluttony. I'm pretty much just gonna party my way across this continent. That's the plan. And in order to get into one of these towns that I want to go to, we need some sort of reason to go there. We need like a contract or something. So we're going to White Castle to see if there's anything that might help us out in my tour of East Linia.
Okay, fair enough. I feel more comfortable now.
All right.
Sense the motive on that, but I have no reason to lie to you. Yeah. If you're being truthful with me, I'll be truthful with you.
All right, fair enough.
Good. Fair
you guys
enough.
are bridging this relationship. You're mending the wounds. All right, you guys wait in this long, long line. Like I said, very maze-like long line to get in the front of the city. A lot of people want to get into White Castle, apparently. You finally reach the front of the line, at what point you were all separated and questioned individually at customs kiosks. So one at a time, A customs agent, which is one of those guys in a white robe, will walk up to you and take you to the side and inform you that to enter the city you must first bathe in either the public bath, or for an extra 69 gold you can bathe in a private bath.
69.
The public
Can we
bath.
all bathe together in the private bath?
Well, the public bath is in front of everyone. The private bath, I mean, if you guys can all want to share a private room, that's fine. The private baths are just if you pay, you get a room with a bath and only one guard watching.
Roll for dong check.
I'm going
Or the
private.
public bath is in front of everyone.
I'm Ortega. I don't care.
Cersei's not ashamed. She's been to plenty of bathhouses.
So you guys are okay with the public bath?
Yeah, I'm
I have 0 gold, so.
So it's 3 public baths, Pleek?
Yeah, I'm going with Cersei.
All right, so you all go to the public bath. Where everyone that was in line with you, there's a lot of people there just bathing in this public bath. So you guys wash yourselves off.
How much was that? 69.
Nothing if you're using the public
Oh,
bath.
nothing if you're using public.
have resistance to disease too, in case there's any real STIs floating around in there.
That's Ortega's vagina.
Yeah, this water seems to be very pure and very clean. It seems to spring forth from nowhere, so it's very clean water. They do offer some extras here, spa extras at the private bath if you like honey soap, cucumber water, a massage, a full body massage, a mani-pedi.
Public or private?
This is all public. Mani-pedi, holy water mud facial, a brain massage, a body wax, a bottle of travel shampoo, or a white towel.
What is a brain massage?
For 300 gold, you can get a brain massage and you'll recall a very pleasant memory. It makes you just feel good all over.
And you make it up, or do we have to make it up?
We can do a little combination of both if you want. We'll both make it up together.
Okay, I want a brain massage.
All right, you pay 300 gold for a brain massage, and you think
Yeah.
back. Roll me a percentage chance for how far back you end up thinking, because you're Samsarin.
Yeah, that's gonna go pretty far.
Jesus
Perhaps.
Christ.
What
Percentage?
What?
Percentage.
Percentage chance.
Yeah,
Right?
the higher the percentage, the farther back in time your brain massage will go.
53. So halfway through my 1,000 or so years of rebirths.
All right. So yeah, you remember, you think back to a previous life. You were a child in a very idyllic field.
Can I say that I was perhaps a dwarven child?
Yes. All right, and you were playing in this beautiful forest, and in the middle of this forest, you and a small group of dwarves that were older than you were living with them, and they were building a small settlement in this forest, and it was very idyllic, very beautiful, and you loved it, and there's just a small home there. But you would recognize the adults in...
Am I a male or female?
You're a little girl.
Little girl?
Yep, but you will recognize the people in the memory as like a great aunt and great uncle, and they look very familiar. Roll me a perception check.
Do you recognize that doll?
I don't have that deep.
I got a 14 on perception.
Yeah, you would notice that all the dwarves in your memory are nude, and that
That's
dong
the day
that dong does look familiar. Although the time you saw it most recently in your life, it was much larger.
Okay. Okay. I would like to slip something in the cannon here. I want to pick some flowers,
Okay.
and I want that to be like a garland in the hair kind of thing. Can we pop that on the lady dwarf at the entrance to White Castle?
Yeah, she's also now wearing. That's the only thing she's wearing. She's totally nude except for a flower garland.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
You just dwarves.
Yeah. She's got a leg or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Garland or leg, yeah.
Whatever you made, she has it, and she's
All right. So
currently
I
wearing it.
was there back in the day. Do I know my name or anything like that? Or-
Yeah, make it up.
Oh, let's see. Tribble.
All right, Trivel.
Vera.
Yep.
They're a bad.
Hey-o. All right, so I was Tribble Vera.
Yep.
Or somehow. All right, cool. That was a nice massage. Anybody else want to get any of the fun amenities?
Honey soap, cucumber water, a regular massage, full body massage, mani-pedi, holy water mud facial, body wax, small bottle of travel shampoo, or a white towel.
The happy ending.
A white towel, huh?
Yeah.
I do like the hitchhikers thing. Always, have
Always
always
have
have a towel.
Towels are only white towel is only 1 gold if you'd like to have a towel.
Yes, I
Taking
would
a
like
white
the
towel. You want a towel? You good? I'll splurge for my buddy Alec. He helped me out.
Yeah, toss him a towel. He is wet. He's all wet, and you guys just took a bath. Towels are not provided, so you guys just took a bath. So if you buy him a towel, he'll be able to dry off. Okay, so you guys finish up with a public bath. All of your goods must be turned over. That includes almost everything you have, pretty much. All goods, all clothes, all magic items, everything you're wearing has to be turned over to the guards before you can enter White Castle. They will be stored in extra-dimensional space, which will be tied to an ID cube. This is what the customs guards are telling you, which they now issue you. So as soon as you exit the bath, they hand you a block about the size of a die, a 6-sided die. It's opaque. They hand it to you, and they say, this will mark your identity. So go ahead and hold this into your hand for 10 minutes while we confiscate your goods, and we'll take an inventory of everything that you turn over. And whenever you leave the city, it will be returned to you as long as you have your ID cube.
I want to knowledge arcane of that cube real quick before I even start holding that shit.
All right.
I'm sure that you're just gonna, if I roll high enough, you're just going to tell me exactly what you just told me, but still.
Yeah. I'll tell you more.
I'm going to see if there's anything extra here. I don't want to put. That's going to be a 28.
They're definitely magic in origin. It's a strange magic that you're not familiar with, even with that roll. It's something that you've never seen before. But they do seem to attune themselves to you like in the way a soul shard kind of would. You are familiar with the idea of like holding something in your hand and being attuned to it, so that's kind of similar to that idea. So this is somehow linked to you after you hold it. That's familiar. But it somehow links to your identity. You see that most people are around you are taking them, and after they hold them for a while, they begin to hover around them somewhere. A lot of them it's next to their shoulder. Some of them,
So they just kind of float by you?
they float nearby your body.
Would I know if there's like a tracker on it kind of thing? Like, would they...
I mean, it follows people around, and it has your identity stored, and that you would notice that there are like magic eyes floating around the city and stuff. So they do seem to keep a very good watch on everyone. So it's probably safe to assume that there's some sort of tracking on it when you're in the city. So this is like a GPS marker with your identifying information on it while you're in the city.
I don't like it. Blake, what do you think?
I feel very uncomfortable in this situation.
But I don't care for this.
I feel very uncomfortable in this situation. I've been uneasy this whole time. I don't like my mission. I don't like this place. I don't like being away from Harriet. I don't want to have to give up my things. I feel like this is a trap.
I mean, everyone else is doing it. Everyone's taking off their shoes, all their clothes, and putting all their clothes, all their belongings.
People who really want to come in here for some reason.
Putting all their belongings in extra-dimensional space and entering the city. Everyone else is just you either wear a white robe or you wear nothing in the city, pretty much. But that would also include.
I even have to give away
that would
my
also
white
include. No, well, it goes in storage, but yes. All right, so you guys have just exited the baths. All your belongings are kind of, being held right now by guards, and they're prepared to put them in an extra-dimensional space once you take your cube, and they remove these cubes from pneumatic tubes, and they're handing them to you and prepared to take your goods once you trade the goods for the cube, and they'll inventory all your goods on the cube for you.
2 cubes.
I'd like to reaffirm that this is a bad idea. I think we should leave White Castle immediately. And I'll roll a diplomacy check on that. Oh, no.
I'll roll a sense motive on that.
Roll it.
I'm still wearing the Ring of Truth.
19.
Yeah.
It's wearing the Ring of Truth.
Yeah.
Really does
Well,
look like
what's your motive behind saying that, Pleek?
I felt uneasy as soon as we've come here. I think that
fucking evil.
there's a cult behind these walls. If we go in, we're not coming out. Everyone's brainwashed.
I got a brain massage and that felt pretty good.
Yeah, I bet it did. And what did you learn about it? You used to live here or something like that?
Well, you wouldn't know that.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
All the information for my brain massage, my little.
Okay, fine. Well, I think that was just I still think your brain massage was just another trick to lure you in. I think that if we go in, we're not coming out. At least not as ourselves. And
At this point,
I think it's a bad
don't
idea.
full on trust you. I know you're being truthful, but anything you don't want to do, I think Cersei would probably want to do.
Reverse psychology.
All right.
I'm on a mission from Urgathoa. I'm not going to let you just hop back in and tell me where to go. So I'm going into White Castle. I'm taking the cube.
All right. You grab a cube. They take your belongings, and List them, which now is in an inventory inside the cube. Anytime you want to access whatever items you have, you can't have them inside the city, but you can still all your gold, all your items are on this cube now. Basically, it's that they take everything you have, they open an extra dimensional space, they put everything inside, and as they do, it's all inventoried in the cube. So
how am I going to buy shit when I get into town?
that's what I was gonna say. The cube works like a debit card. As long as you have your cube with you, it's tied to your GP. It's tied to everything in that extra dimensional space. So as long as you have your cube, you can grab your cube in your hand and hold it next to someone else's cube and trade gold.
Can I barter? Can I trade?
You can barter. You can trade items. Yeah. You can trade anything that's inside this extra dimensional space with anyone else that has a cube. You can do cube to cube transfers of money, of goods, anything that's in your cube, anything that's in that extra dimensional space. You can trade cube to cube. You just can't access it while you're inside the city. Whenever you leave the city, you get whatever's in your extra dimensional space back, even if you obtained it while you were inside.
That's pretty cool. I'm alright with that.
All right, so the rest of your goods go into the extra dimensional space. They give you a cube. And they take you into a customs room all by yourself. So you're now separate from everyone else. Does everyone else do the same?
Yes, I do.
All right, Vortiga's in.
Yep. I'll take off my
Viva?
alignment, so I'm good now.
Can we keep jewelry? Like, I have my false face mask on, so that
They take that. All that's gone. Everything. You have no items. They do.
I gotta walk Caesar back to the stables.
Okay.
Yeah, they realize Caesar's an ape as soon as they take off that cloak, and
You got me.
Yeah. They give you a copper coin for your animal. Yeah, they sense him.
Is an imp okay to bring in?
They don't like it, but I mean, as long as he comes in naked with no items and passes customs, he'll be fine. But he's going to be questioned separately as well.
Invisible guy with a
Alright,
cube just
I'm
floating
gonna
around.
say, Neville, you should probably go hang out and scout around the walls and stuff.
Yeah, Neville is an evil imp, and he doesn't like the feeling he gets around this place either. He'll gladly agree to that, and he'll dip out. He'll go hide outside. He'll go hide outside the city.
Okay.
I'd like to reaffirm that I feel very uncomfortable about this, and I think I'm gonna also wait outside the city walls. I'm not going in.
All right. Pleek decides to take her goods back. She's had a nice bath and waited in a long line for several hours, but gets to the front door and says, "I'll just wait for you guys outside.
Before I go,
Me and Neville will hang out."
Before I go, I'm gonna fill a little bit of that bath water in my water skin. So
All right.
I have some water skin of that.
Yeah, it's
that crystal
fresh,
clear
clean water. Yeah.
bath water.
All right, so you scoop up some bath water, and you and Neville leave. You guys work your way back out the exit through the exit line, and we'll say that you and Neville are kind of hanging out together outside the city. Everyone else that is submitted to customs, we'll do this one at a time.
I'm gonna get Harriet too.
Yeah, you can get Harry. You can give him your copper coin, and the three of you can just kind of hang out outside the city and wait for Cersei and them to return. So is this Cersei and Vortiga and Alec in the city? I'll have to question you all separately. So now you've got your ID cube. You're each in separate rooms with one of these customs guards, a monk in a white robe. And you have none of your items with you anymore. They've all been put in the extra space. You just have your cube. And while you're holding your cube, they ask you to please hold your cube firmly and answer the following questions. Let's just do this all in one swoop. I'll say the question, then all three of you can answer it, even though you're in separate rooms. We'll pretend like, you all are just answering the questions, okay?
All right.
Follow? All right, so the first question the guards ask you all for your ID cube, and all this information will be saved on your cube, just like all your items. However you answer these questions will also be saved on this cube. And so you know you are in a zone of truth. If you want to lie at any point in time, I'll need you to roll a will save during this. But, we'll just go question by question. If you want to lie, let me know. The first question they ask is your name.
Cersei.
Alec.
Ramses.
The second question they ask is your intentions in the city.
I know, but that's cool, though. On a religious pilgrimage.
I'm really just following Cersei around. I don't have a lot of friends.
Fair enough.
To save the soul of my friend and bring about the light for the world to shine amongst the world's darkness.
I
Right.
like that.
How long do you intend to stay in White Castle?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as Cersei's here. All right. The third question. Next question is, who are you traveling with?
So in truth, I have no reason to lie. I'm with Alec Holland, the Oriad, Vortiga, the Hobgoblin. Ooh, that's a bummer. I don't know. I can't.
You don't. Yeah, you have to tell the truth.
And Pleek, the spider riding gnome.
All right.
Outside the city.
All right. Other two.
I'm traveling originally with an imp named Neville Chamberlain, a spider-riding gnome named Pleek Norfish, a rock man named Alec Hollindale, and a Samsaran named Cersei.
All right.
Whatever their familiars are. Monkey.
Yeah,
Winston, Caesar,
Yeah,
Harriet.
I'd say my best friend and full-time travel companion, Caesar. Some spider riding fellow.
Lady.
Lady that gets yelled at a lot. New hobgoblin named Vortiga, my friend Cersei.
All right. Was that everyone?
Bonzak, my dire hyena.
Oh yeah, hyenas. Is that everyone? Everyone answer that question?
Yep.
All right. Next question. Do you have any undeclared items on your person?
No. Actually, I take that back. I have ghost weapons.
All right. Very okay. They ask you to turn those. They ask you to turn those over as well.
Okay.
All right. You turn over your ghost weapons. They go into the extra-dimensional space.
And this will be the point where I remove my false face mask.
Yep.
Give that to them.
All right. They take it. They thank you for your compliance. The next question they ask you guys is, have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Gladly.
I've tried.
Roll me will save if you say tried. Well, I guess you did try. He did come back to life. That's true. All right. Yeah, you're right.
He's dead. Oh yeah.
He died, but he came back to life. That was the problem. He did die, but he came back to life because he's hard to kill.
Oh, that's good.
The next question they ask is, what god do you worship?
Rory.
Or Gathoa.
Sun Wukong. I'm a Peking.
All right. Next question. Would you kill for your god?
Yes.
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
Next question. Are you now or have you ever been dead?
Yes.
I'm a Samsaran, so yes. Not Cersei herself is
Not
not.
in this life.
Yeah, no, then.
No.
All right. Do you possess any ability to modify your appearance?
No.
Yes.
You took my robe, dude.
So no, you don't.
So no.
All right. Next question. When was the last time you bathed before today?
Never in this body.
I've hit the bathhouse with the Prozzies, but that was a while back.
I have a rotten vagina.
So some months ago, Cersei could say.
I go, not a big bather.
All right. Next question. When was the last time you prayed?
Fucking yesterday, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's when I got my charge from Gathoa.
It's true.
Every time I sit down on a bar stool.
All right.
Every sip.
Yeah.
Last time I prayed as Ramses was when I came back into the initial spirit.
So for you, it's probably also been about a month.
Yeah.
Next question. How old are you?
I am 27.
How old are you there, Cersei?
When I say, yeah, I'm 27. Ramses' spirit. The man speaking. This body is 35, though.
I'll say that years have little meaning to a Samsaran, but in this form, roughly 30 years.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm 29.
Okay. Final question. Where are you from?
Kalnor.
Reyes.
I used to have a forest.
You're gonna say the forest of East Linya. That's
That's the greatest.
You could even just say nearby. You know.
It's more of a running Dragon Slayers now.
All right. So now all this information that you've given them has been stored on these cubes. So it's been recorded, so anytime that anyone needs this information, they can access it from this cube, so they can find out inside if you lie or anything like that. Like I said, it's about the size of a six-sided die. You can trade, like I said, trade goods through it, but you can't retrieve your goods to leave the city. They also will issue you a plain white robe if you choose, or you can choose to not wear one. It's up to you if you would rather wear a white robe or go in nude. And once your cube is attuned to your biofrequency, you can release your cube, and it'll hover around your body wherever you like. Wherever you let it go, it'll hover. It'll stay in that space near your body. It'll hover there. Like I said, most people just have it over their shoulders, but you can put it anywhere near your body. Within a foot or so, it'll float nearby you. They also inform you that now that you've held your cube and given it your biofrequency, to transfer goods, you need to hold it near someone else's cube and say, I authorize the transfer of this good or this gold or whatever to this person. And if you hold out your cube and say that, the goods will transfer. They let you know that these, don't worry about your ID cube. They are very hard to steal. If anyone besides you tries to grasp the ID cube, if anyone touches the ID cube besides you, it will become heavy like lead, heavier than lead. It becomes insanely heavy, like a gravity spell. So it's hard to, it'll become very heavy, and it'll also emit a very high-pitched noise until firmly grasped by its owner for 10 seconds. So if anyone tries to take your cube, it'll be difficult. And now that you've had your bath and customs process, you are allowed to enter the inner city. Vortiga, they hold you a little bit longer.
Okay.
But the other, Cersei and Alec are allowed into the inner city, so you guys exit the kiosk and you can just wait around for Vortiga if you like.
Alright, yeah, I'll take a white robe.
Or you take a white robe. Alec, do you take one, or you walk around in your rock dong hanging out?
And Rock Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Got some moss, maybe you can cover that thing up.
I'll set it free.
Alright, so a door on the other end of the kiosk opens, and you guys are now in like what looks like an antechamber. And they ask if you want to wait here in the antechamber for your friend, or if you want to go inside.
We will wait.
Alright, so you wait in the antechamber.
Yeah.
Alright, Ramsey/Vortiga. Another guard comes in to see you.
Okay.
And it says, you say you follow Irori.
The spirit in this body follows Irori, but this body follows Robogod.
It says, seems like,
It's a
seems like,
duality issue.
yeah, it seems like you have a very complicated life. It says, well, as long as the version of you that worships Irori is in control, we would like to welcome you to White Castle. We've taken note. They'll get information about the other spirit in your body now that you're revealing that to them, so you can tell them whatever information you want about Vortiga that you know. So they'll know that you're holding the body of an HBI agent. How much information do you want to reveal to them, I guess, basically is what I'm asking.
Well, just to them, I'll just reveal to them that this body's just a hobgoblin female that's 35 years old.
Got a rotten giant.
Yeah.
Same questions. You already said she worships Rovagug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a war clan hobgoblin standard, you know.
Well, I say we'll have to keep an eye on you in case you lose control of this body, because it's very dangerous to let someone like that into our city. But because you're a worshiper, I already wanted to talk to you personally. They will let you know that everyone in this city, this is also a Irori worshipping city. Mostly of dwarves, but a lot of other races. All the races are welcome. Most of the citizens here have shaved heads, and some of them have like one ponytail. A lot of the clergy do.
Yeah.
So you'll see someone from the clergy's walked in now. Before it was just a guard, and now this next guy that comes in is obviously, even though he's dressed the same, you can tell he's has the air about him of a leader of a temple of Irori. You've been to a lot of Irori temples. He has that air about him. He's speaking like a temple leader. So you're talking to a priest right now, who tells you that this city is all about self-perfection through knowledge and thought, and they love to trade information. That's what they do here. They gather information, trade information, and they're very interested in you. And since you're a follower, they say only Irori followers can become citizens of the city. So just enjoy your visit and consider, if you would like, you can become a citizen here in the city of White Castle. Citizens are allowed to carry weapons, but you must pass a mental exam and a weapon safety course. But yeah, if you want to become a citizen, then you can also have property here inside of town, all that stuff. But they will suggest that you visit the Aurori Temple once you're indoors, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and then they allow you into the antechamber, where your friends are waiting.
Alright.
Antigua, what up, dog? Got a sweet robe. Alex naked as shit.
Okay. Well, this
modest ladies.
Is, I'm not really Ortega. What? I'm really Ramses. You remember when Ortega got taken away from the Codex incident? Well, Ortega got taken to this group called the Researchers and was questioned and eventually was sent away. When she came back to the city of South, and as she was sent away, she released a wraith, which happened to be my discarded spirit.
I met your wraith earlier.
Well, that was me after the fight when the researcher reinvigorated my spirit. And
Yeah, that was just him as a spirit, not as a wraith. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a spirit when I saw you again, and Ortega happened to come back to the city, so she was promptly captured, and I combined with her body and became, as you see me now. But I'm here to find you and take you to meet the researcher because she needs to talk to you. It's urgent because there are evil forces at work right now. Ortega actually works for a very, very evil organization known as the HBI.
Score. All right. Okay. Tell me more about this HBI. I'm gonna mention that I'm like, well, it seems like a lot of people are trying to get a hold of me right now. I got people. I got Pleek following me around for some reason that I still don't quite understand.
So that's what I wanted to warn you
All
about.
of a sudden, Cersei's a lot of people are very interested in Cersei right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling very flattered.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason Pleek is with me is because he was assigned through the HBI to accompany me to find you. So whatever's going on, he has some motive dealing with the HBI, who is the Hell Bureau of Internal Affairs?
Yeah. Hell Bureau of Instigation.
Investigation, yeah. So, these guys are just trying to bring about the end of time.
Okay.
I'm here to try and get you to come help me and stop them with their grand scheme of destruction.
Well, as a Samsaran, clearly I would like to, be able to be reborn again. If there's no world, that's not going to happen.
No place to be.
So I would be open to this. I can't fully commit to anything, of course. I'm rather neutral. I'm all about balance.
Well, you know that Ramses is always respected.
I'm going to be like, hey, good to see you again, Ramses.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Hug it out.
Alec is genuinely confused.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are weird. Life was much simpler when I just hung out in the forest all the time. Started hanging out with you guys, and now his life is very complicated. All right, but you guys have caught back up, and they are ready to open the antechamber door for you. So the guard, once you guys are ready, holds. You will now notice what looks like a handprint in the stone. All these rooms are made of that white stone still, but you'll notice in the white stone there is a handprint shape with an eyeball in the middle. One of the guards holds his hand up to that, and the antechamber opens into the city of White Castle.
We'll go out of your antechamber, as you call it.
Yep, antechamber. So you leave the antechamber and enter the city, which is still mostly stone city. It's obviously dwarven in design. You will notice small eyeballs carved into the stone that do seem to move and watch people as they walk around, as well as the floating eyes you saw outdoors.
Big brother.
Yeah, Big Brother. Everyone here is either naked or wearing a white robe. It's obvious. A lot of the citizens are pretty obvious because they're either shaved bald or, like I said, or have a ponytail, but most of the citizens have shaved heads.
We're talking Brazilian waxes, too?
Yeah, pretty hairless. They're pretty hairless people.
Sweet.
All over. But there's magic eyes everywhere. Appears to be no crime. The city's in great shape. It's immaculate. It's super clean. Super beautiful. Very nice. Very busy. A lot of people here. It seems like it's probably the largest city you guys have ever been to. Larger than Darling Metropolis. With a great white castle in the middle, but surrounded by tons of buildings. You'll see a water tower, several inns and taverns, homes, lots of homes. Seems like a lot of people live.
Is there a burger joint or something? We could really go for some White Castle burgers.
Yeah, there is a White Castle burger joint.
I know what they are. I've heard good things about these
Yeah, they're vegetarian burgers, but they are delicious.
Hey, that's all about
Yeah.
about Alex Way.
They serve vegetarian burgers, but they taste just like meat. You can't tell the difference at all. That's the magic behind the White Castle burger.
Well, yeah, we've been traveling. I could go for a burger. I'll buy one for my boy Alec. I'll buy one for Ortega Ramsey's.
All right, every burger is a half a gold, so 1 gold for every 2 burgers.
Well, we're probably gonna need 2 each.
Yeah, they're tiny burgers.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'll pay 3 gold for six little burgers.
All right, you get your 6 burgers, eat them up.
Enjoy, boys.
Yeah, they are delicious. You guys really enjoy these burgers. As a matter of fact, the burgers taste like whatever your favorite food is. Whenever you eat these burgers, they just taste like, if you really like a really meaty burger, it just tastes like a really meaty burger. If you really like, human flesh, it tastes like whatever you like the most. So right now you guys are having a meal that you really enjoy. Probably the best meal you've had in a while. Tastes like your favorite thing.
Raw potatoes.
Raw potatoes. You got a raw potato burger.
What do you want on your imaginary burger? Well, go ahead, place your order. I don't have all day. Join us next time for another imaginary meal on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.